Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player.
Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Monday, the 10th of December. Boy, time flies. And that's 2018, about 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. So as we look at the markets, it's one of these days again where trade talks. I do give credit. The Chinese state media and the U.S. are trying to keep Huawei, the big telecom companies, that lady that's being brought before the courts today, away from the trade talks. Robert Lighthouser said has no bearing. The state media, same thing. We'll see if that's true or not. You're looking, though, at the market. It tried to rally. It's given it up. It bounced nicely this morning off these lows, and now it seems to be slipping back. So you're getting one of these back and forth waves in here. Gold tried a good rally last night, giving up some of that because the dollar picked up steam. Dollar rallied 54 points today. That's quite a bit of a rally at one point. And we're seeing that bonds and notes are very flat. Now remember, the Fed is quiet now. They go into the quiet period ahead of December 18th, 19th, two-day FOMC meeting. The market is still expecting the Fed to raise interest rates a quarter point at that meeting. In the grain market, I'm a little surprised that soybeans aren't stronger because China media is alluding to the fact that they're about to buy 5 to 8 million metric tons of soybeans, as they promised they would buy some agriculture goods for the state reserve. So not for anything but that. That does not mean the tariffs have to come off. Understand how that works. The state puts the tariffs on. They can pay it to themselves, so it doesn't matter how they work that. Energy prices, no bounce. I'm surprised at that, none whatsoever. In the day's activity, and before I get too far on this day's activity, this coming Wednesday, we're going to have my webinar. So invites were sent by me at about 9:20, 9:15 this morning. Look in your mailbox. If you don't have it, it's a guarantee you're not on my mailing list. They'll go at 12:30 p.m. this Wednesday. Bring your questions. The conference board, the employment trends index came in at 110.41, a little lower than where it was, but still not too far away from the 110.73 it was last month. Now, in the Brit, remember I told you every day is a new event. Two things. Number one, Miss May called off the vote for tomorrow. She was going to lose, and I've written about that, and the bookies had the bets and everybody else. Then the European courts came to her rescue, and they've ruled against the European Union, giving the Brits the right that if they wanted to just say, we're staying in the EU, they don't need the permission of other EU members to do it. They can just say they're in, they're in. That throws a whole new option on the table. This thing's up in the air, and with it, you broke down the British pound to a two-year low. You're into the 126 level. China announced the purchase, I said, of 5 to 8 million metric tons of state storage for beans. No word yet on the tariffs. Chinese and U.S. are trying to keep things quiet. And here's an interesting factor. The U.S. EIA projects that U.S. liquefied natural gas export capacity will reach 8.9 million barrels a day by the end of next year, 2019. That makes us the third largest producer in the world, behind Australia and Qatar. How's that? So we're number one in oil, number two in liquefied gas. You think we're not becoming self-sufficient energy-wise, you'd be very wrong on that. Want to remind you about my webinar. If you don't see the invite, there's only one way you're going to be able to get it. Call my staff at 866-973-2077. It's about a 45-minute seminar. You bring in your questions. You can come from anywhere. It's not voice. I can't have everybody on with the voice. I talk. You listen. You have a panel that you can write your questions on. Bring up any stocks you want. Bring me the symbol of the stock, the ETF, the futures market. We take it from there. Invitation, if you didn't get it in your email, call us. 866-973-2077. I'm Ira Epstein. See you this afternoon with our end of the day webinars.